Hello fashion lovers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Betty. In today's video, I'll be taking you through the process of drafting a fitted trouser band. If you are yet to watch the process of drafting a basic trouser, I'll be linking that in the description box so you can go ahead and watch that before coming back to the drafting process of the band. So let's get right into the video. On the back pattern, we are going to start by marking 2 inches from the waistline downward. These 2 inches will serve as the length of our band. After marking that through, we'll go ahead and connect that using our curve ruler like so. Next, we'll do the same thing for the front pattern, but we'll have to cut through our line, okay? We need to cut through the waistline and take away the start line. Now that we have done that, the next thing is to mark out 2 inches from the front waistline. We're going to mark it at different intervals of the paper. Then we'll connect that using our curve ruler. We'll go ahead and close in the darts, okay, to prevent any form of shortage. Once we are done with that, the next thing we have to do is to separate the panel like this. Then we'll go ahead with our scissors to cut through the band. But before that, it's going to affect the pocket. So let's go ahead and reconstruct our pockets. On the waistline, go in by 2 inches and down by 7 inches. You mark that point down. You make use of your straight ruler to connect that line like so. Alright? You can proceed to cut through the front band line. Then we'll be totally closing off the band dart. Before I show you how to close the darts, we'll go ahead and label our band, okay? We'll be labeling this side as the center front and the other side as the side front and indicate where the waistline is as up. We can now go in with our scissors to trim off the darts, okay? Now that we have done that, the next thing we have to do is to tape this down. We need to put them as one. So we'll get our masking tape and use it to close that dart like you see me do. Then we'll go ahead and trim off the excess tape. Now that we have done that, we'll head over to the back panel. We'll label that as center back and side back. Then we'll indicate where the waistline is as up. Don't forget to mark out the dart line on the band because this is going to help us to connect the pattern when we are about to sew. Now let's head over to the back. We're going to trim off our band like so. Then we're going to cut through the dart line. After cutting through the dart line, we are going to tape that as one pattern. Ensure that you're taping it properly, okay? Then go ahead and trim off the excess. Get a fresh pattern paper. Place the front band facing up and the back band facing up. We'll be joining our pattern so that we don't have a side joining. Locate the side front and the side back. Then we are going to connect them together by flipping it this way. Making sure that as we are flipping it, this arrow is facing up and this arrow is also facing up. This is center front and this is center back. We're going to flip it this way so that side front and side back will come together like this, okay? Then we're going to go ahead and use our masking tape to secure that down like you see me do. As you're taping that down, ensure that you're taping it correctly, okay? If there is any shortage, you open that up and you replace it back again. Then go ahead with your scissors and trim off the excess tape. Go in with your measuring tape to check the band height, okay? If there's any shortage, you replace it back. Now we're going to go ahead and use our curve ruler to connect all of those points. But we have to make this firm, so we have to tape this down so that it doesn't move when we try to transfer our seam allowance on the band. Now that we are done with that, we'll go in with our curve ruler to highlight our curve. After connecting those curves, the next thing is to go in and rule our side line, the dart line, and the other dart line. Okay, this point will enable us to be able to connect our pattern when we want to join it to the trouser. On the center front, we'll be extending that point. Okay, use your curve ruler to extend it like this and also like this. Before we add in our seam allowances, we need to take note of this, okay? One side will be on fold while the other won't be on fold. The center back will be on fold while the side front will be open when we place it on our fabric. Alright? So we'll just go ahead and write that down on fold. Then we'll head over to the center front, okay? We're going to mark out 1.5 inches. This 1.5 inches will be connecting to the zipper fly, alright? So just going to mark 1.5 inches and then we'll connect that using our straight ruler. Label it as center front, okay? Next, we're going to add half of an inches on that point like this. We're going to mark it going towards the center back like you see me do. We'll do the same thing for the lower part too. Half of an inches all round like so. So we'll go ahead and use our ruler to straighten this up. Remember, there is no seam allowance on the center back. Next, we are going to use our curve ruler to connect all of these points like you see me do. On the center front extension line, we are going to mark half of an inches, okay? This will enable us to close our zipper fly neatly. Now that is done, we are going to mark our center front before the extension, okay? We're going to mark it like this. So you can go ahead now and take off the initial pattern that we placed on the fresh pattern paper. Now connect our lines, okay, so that we'll know the line we are working with. So we are going to label that down, all right? Center back, this is our dart. Then you can also write on fold so that we don't forget. Then carefully take out our pattern. Now go ahead to connect all those fainted lines. So I'm basically just checking if I mistakenly added seam allowance on the center back. So we're just going to highlight all our lines, okay? So this is the side and this is the darts and this is the actual center front before the flap. Next, we're going to go in with our scissors to cut through our lines. So we'll be cutting two pieces of this, okay? One will serve as the main fabric while the other will serve as the lining. So ignore whatever I'm writing down. It's not four pieces but two pieces. These two pieces will be on fold, all right? Note that if you want your zipper to be at the back, this extension that you added at the front, you'll be adding it at the back. But if you want yours to be at the front, just go ahead and do it like I did. Another thing I would like you to take note of is, for this back pattern, we'll be sewing on this line here. And before we cut out our band, it was like this. And for it to align, we'll have to close in the trouser dart like this. So this is how it's going to look like. Let me re-explain what I mean, okay? So this is our original pattern and this is the one we added allowance. So when we close this on our fabric, all right, we'll be placing our band like this, center back facing center back. Now we'll be sewing on this line here. And when we sew on this line, this band center back will be left and it will have no place to join it. That is why we have to cut it off. Let me re-explain it again. So this is our center back band, all right? When we close in our dart and place our band like this center back line aligns, right? When we sew in our clothes like this, all right, this is basically like a seam allowance there will be excess on the band. We will not be able to connect this excess on any part of the fabric, all right? That is why we have to cut it off. Remember, we want it on fold. We don't want it to have any joining. I just like when everything lays flat both at the back and on the side seam, all right? Unless you want your pattern to have seam allowance on the back, then you can go ahead and stitch on that line. When you stitch on that line, you can be able to join it to the back panel, okay? So let's just cut that off. So that when we join this together, it's basically going to stop exactly on the same line. Hope you get me now. So we're going to do the same thing for the one that we added our seam allowance, okay? So we just locate the center back to the center back. So you're going to move center front to the actual center front line. Then you're going to check if your lines correspond. Once we have made sure that all of these lines meet each other, okay, we are just going to flip the pattern like this and cut off from that center back line. So now this will be unfold, okay? Do not throw any of your patterns away. We'll be making use of it. That is all for the drafting process of this pattern. I will see you in the sewing process. Thanks for watching.